we came up with this idea of working a 4-day work week. Now, in 2008 and 2009, we were running 24/5. We were running 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. One of the casualties, if you will, of that, the financial crisis was we shut down our third shift. It was a skeleton third shift anyway, so it wasn't 100% like the first, and second was maybe 90%, but it was about 50% of the equipment was being run. So we eliminated that, and we always had 2 shifts. So then for many, many years, we had 2 shifts, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
So 16 by 5.
Yep. And then we said, well, why not do 2 10s 4 days a week? And what would that do? Because we have big pieces of equipment. There's always the warm-up time, the cool down time, the setup, even the conversations, and there's, continuity of running jobs. You'd rather just run 10 hours right into another 10 hours. And this is something, what do you think everyone would go for? So instead of coming in at 8, you're coming in at 6 a.m. So when we announced this, I mean, the first 2 weeks, people's eyes were, bleeding, and they're not used to being up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning or earlier. And ultimately, it was one of the greatest things we've ever done for a few reasons. One is there's no better non-financial perk I can give someone than time. Oh. I'm giving you a 3-day weekend if you're in manufacturing. Now, you have to, again, there's always a fine balance. Anyone that owns a manufacturing company knows that there is a fine balance because there's usually 2 sides of the wall. There's your administrative side, and there's actually the craftsmen that are making the products. And you do everything in your power to make it fair and equitable. So, as you can imagine, people, well, wow, I would like to get Fridays off too. Yeah. Or every other Friday. So we have done some things internally. So we're different positions. If someone comes in an hour early, for 2 straight weeks, then you get every other Friday off. And we do have this, what we have is just an incredible balance now because people need to have a life too.